Hello all, I decided to do the video instead of my typed piece, which I originally had on the discussion board because it's easier to see my picture, and I decided to be brave and try it. I'm Megan Weber, and I teach middle school language arts, and I'm excited for my 5th year of teaching. Coming up this fall, I teach at University in Greeley. Really, to start with why I teach because I love and I'm inspired by kids. I've worked with the youth group at my church for the past 8 years, and I just genuinely enjoy spending time with them. I teach because I believe strongly in hope, and that students as the future are such a crucial piece to that hope. I've also really been positively impacted by some incredible teachers who encouraged me to be human and made sure I knew that I mattered, but also to make positive impacts in my sphere of influence and in things that are bigger than myself. They were in my corner, and so I really want to be in my students' corners for them. I really have a goal for this class to refine my teaching practices. Even though I am in a middle school classroom, this will give me options later on if I decide I want to move levels, but also just to help me get back to practicality with things. I tend to be really more a visionary type of person, and so I can talk all day long about how important teaching is and why I love it, and why a certain story is great, or a certain movie like Jaws, which I'm obsessed with and think it's an incredible film. But sometimes I have to remember that I need to bring actual valuable tools and practical skills to students. And so I think my hope with this class is to kind of get me back in a balance, instead of just riding the waves until things eventually catch up with me, a lot like the theme music in Jaws. And so that's really what I'm hoping for, is just striving to get that balance. My other items there, so I have an essential oil bracelet, which is 2 parts. One is me being able to better take care of myself as a teacher, which that self-care piece is super important, and so that's why that's there. But it's also a symbol of the circles that take place in my classroom, as I've learned more about restorative practices, and I love it, and so that's why that piece is there. Gumby is there to remind me to be flexible. My classroom is one where I will constantly remind students to be flexible, and we actually stretch at the beginning of every class, and so that's something that is just a part of who I am there as a teacher. And then I have my guitar pick and a journal. I love to write, and I am a musician, and so art has always kind of been a part of who I am personally, which definitely is something that's seen in my classroom often too, which I think is an asset because it's an avenue for me to discuss things like failure and perseverance with students and drafts, but sometimes I forget that not every student really considers themselves an artist, and so I have to be flexible, cue Gumby again, so that I can best reach them and give them skills that they need. Those teachers that really impacted me were ones that recognized who I was as a person and spoke in language that made sense to me, whether that was through art or other things, but they also gave me really practical, valuable skills that I still use in writing and meaning making or whatever other subjects it was. And so that's the piece I'm really hoping to gain from this, and I'm excited to be able to learn with all of you.